Oh, we're
And we're live.
live.
Hey Nerfers, I'm Jay, and I'm here with the Nerf Viking himself, Bobololo. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. We had our pre-talk. I'm pumped
Yeah,
up. I'm all
nice.
stoked. Had a
And
beer.
actually, I figured out last time that I wasn't presenting to everyone, which is a weird kind of way of putting it, but
You're terrible.
um, yeah. So it was just Coop in the video last time, and you could hear me, but you couldn't see me. So now you can see me, and I don't know if it switches screens when I click on it and tell it to switch screens, but we'll see. So yeah, so this is going to be kind of a similar question style, similar stuff to what I asked Coop. For the most part, I changed a few things around, but for the most part, it's going to be the same questions or similar questions to Coop. So let's get the ball rolling. You know, backstory. Let's start with that. When did you first get into the Nerf?
Into the Nerf. Happened like a lot of people with I guess their childhood is the pre getting into because you didn't really know there was like a huge Nerf community. At least I didn't. This was like pre-internet, so there wasn't like online stuff. But then you get into college, you find out about HVZ, and you're like, "This is so cool, Nerf guns!" And of course, I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, Where's my basket of Nerf guns?" She's like, "Oh, we sold them to the kids on the street." I was like, "Mom, no!" Like raging because I had a chance to actually play with them and have a reason to play with them, and now I didn't. So went to Target, had the option of the in strike stuff, which was very hard to pick because everything looks so cool. Um, so I went with a long shot.
Good
Back to,
choice.
yeah. Took it back to college. Um, I don't know how or when I found out about modding, but I did, and so I started modding after that, and it's just kind of grown into all the stuff that's over there. Uh, where I have like 3 cabinets and like 5 big things full of Nerf and a bandsaw and just it's crazy mess over there of Nerf stuff. So HVZ and childhood are to blame for my terrible passion that is Nerf. So backstory. There you go.
And that kind of answers the next question: is the first blaster that you had was the long shot? I'm
That
assuming.
was the first one I ever bought by myself.
Okay.
I've mentioned before a long time ago that I never actually went to the store with my parents to get my Nerf stuff. They always just kind of appeared. It's one of those things that you just forget childhood memories of like the non-important things. So it was like one day I had a rapid fire 20, next day I had this thing, and
Hmm.
it's just like they're always in the hamper, so they're always there. But I think it was the bow and arrow. I'm not sure, but
Oh wow.
that's the oldest thing I had, so I'm gonna say I had that first. Is the
Yeah.
bow and arrow, which I liked a lot. It was pretty cool. I
Yeah.
liked that thing a lot.
Nice. And I mean, so how long have you been producing YouTube videos for?
Okay, the old channel, I don't remember when I started it. I'm gonna say 2010. So then I had some weird screw up with an email trying to switch AdSense. It was really dumb. The way they had it set up was you can try going for AdSense with one email, but if it doesn't work, you can't do it again with that email.
That's kind of
I
screwy.
don't know because it used to be like you would try and they would either accept or deny you, and if it denied you, you could try again 6 months later. It was this really nice
Oh, jeez.
page. It was very easy. I guess YouTube got really big or something, but something happened. I tried switching my email on my old account, and it disconnected the entire channel, and I could not get back into it. So I had to remake a channel, and yeah, so I've had this one since November 4th or 14th, 2011. So it's been almost 4 years, which is a
Okay.
long time.
Yeah. It's a long time and a lot of time and effort
Oh,
to be put
it's
into.
been a lot of time and effort,
Yeah.
more time and effort than I'd ever thought I'd put into a hobby. But I enjoy it, so I don't
That's
mind.
the
It's
point.
that's
Yeah.
the point. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the community. I enjoy the creativity that comes with it, and having subs is kind of nice too. Having
Yeah.
people
Oh
watching
yeah.
is always nice.
So you know, so you've been modding for a while now, and out of all the mods that you've done, what would you say is your favorite?
Um, this is gonna sound so cliche, but the American Stampede was very fun. It was also like one of the first official paint jobs I ever did.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of the first ones I did that involved like real spray paint and not just me like going up to the long shot and just doing that all over it and like just dumping paint onto it. I actually took
Yeah.
my time with the American Stampede. So that was like the first real paint job. And then I also really liked the dual compressored Hydra cannon just because of how ridiculous it is. I really enjoyed making that. It's very simple, but it was very fun to do.
Is that the one that fires like over 400 feet per second?
No, that's Nom's Hydra cannon that we got
That's what I thought. Yeah.
658.
Jeez.
Um,
Oh my
Dr.
god.
Sneakus has reported getting over 700 with one of his. So
That's unreal.
yeah, they're like, yeah, we made a chronograph and we dialed it in, then we put some slugs into it or whatever, like some darts. Yeah, 700. It's no big deal. We're gonna try and go for more. Yeah, we're gonna buy this like 60 psi regulator for the black. Oh, no big deal at all. It's just gonna be shooting really fast.
It'll be really fast. You won't be able to see
We've been
it.
beaten by the Germans. It's like it's now a race to see who can get the most lethal, like literally lethal Hydra cannon.
I feel
It's
like that might be a slippery slope though, because I mean,
very slippery. I mean,
the
people.
wrong person sees that, and then next thing
That's
you know,
why. That's why we keep it inside
yeah,
most of the
modding
time.
Nerf guns is no longer legal.
Yeah, so we have people like complain about HPA stuff, and it's like I
Yeah.
got something over here that'll like blow your arm off. Uh, balances, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. And so in all this time that you've been modding, I'm sure there's got to be a mod that you absolutely hate doing.
Back when I didn't know better, this is back on my old channel. I destroyed 5 stampedes in 1 month. This is
Oh my
before. This is back when I knew nothing. Nothing. Like it's amazing how much stuff you learn over the course of like a few years.
hmm
Because I realize now that if I had taken the PCB off the top of the motor, they would be fine. So it's like I wasted so much money just being stupid. Uh, that pissed me off. Now that I realize how dumb that was, that makes me mad. Um, oh my gosh, I forget what blaster it was, but the elite alpha trooper I told you about earlier,
hmm
where I messed up on the paint. The paint went on too thick, and the color was it was really bad. Like I hated it. So I tried sanding it off, but the spray paint I used gunked up the sandpaper, and that was like 100 grit sandpaper.
Oh,
So I spent 5.5 hours scraping off paint with a razor blade, and the next day my palm was just fried from doing that. So I hated that a lot, and I threw the parts into a box, never to be seen again.
I feel like
As
we
a
all have that box.
Like it was like 7 o'clock in the morning by the time I was like, oh fuck it, I'm done. Just, like threw it in a box, taped it up, threw it under a desk. I was like, hey, I'm not doing this. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like we all have that box of stuff
Oh, dude,
that we can't justify getting rid of, but we can't justify ever using again.
I did have a container over there that had just trashed projects. I know there was a 3K Firefly where the rotation was off by like a half an inch. So like maybe a fourth of the barrel wasn't lined up with the tank.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a pain. So that was in there. The first electronic mod I ever did, which was the Mana Potions Vulcan. I don't know how many people remember that, but it was the one where they put 2 nickel metal hydride batteries into it, and they made it shoot like 500 RPM. Like one of the first big like viral kind of Nerf mod things.
Yeah.
I did that. That was the first one that was in there. Just a bunch of stuff, and I opened it up one day. I was like, I could use this for projects because I have all this stuff over there. So I took everything out that I'm not using now. I sold a bunch of the chains. I just threw everything away, and now it's being used for a good practical use. So that's
Nice.
good. But yeah, there's always that one box with something in it that whenever you're like, I'm gonna fix it, you open and go, you
No,
just close
not
it.
touching it.
You just close it. So yeah, that's The blue one, the bottom blue one. I don't know if you've seen it in any of my videos, but that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the one. Now
All
it just
right.
has rapid strikes in it.
Yeah, my one at home has like 4 or 5 just like long shot shells in it. That I mean, I could probably use for something, but I don't know. It just kind of sits there.
Put
And
a
like
tank in it. I don't know.
just a bunch of different Maverick shells and just miscellaneous crap.
There you go.
There's a Hornet in there that I tried to modify and like it just shat itself.
Hornets are a pain.
They're terrible. I spent like an hour just trying to drill out the ARs.
Yeah, trying to actually get the I don't know, every time I try and actually get the tanks out, just something about like the plastic around them is so hard to get off.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's annoying.
All right, so in your opinion, and we're just talking like stock blasters here, what would you say is the worst and best blaster, like straight out of the box?
I did an entire video on the worst one, and that is the Nerf Slingshot. Just
is that the little blue one?
It's the little slingshot that has the elastic cord that you pull back and it just hits the ball. I have never been able to get it to work, and it has really good elastic on it. Like, I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with it, and unlike the commercial with Seth Green frolicking through the mall, it does not work like the ad shows with things flying around the room. I hate that one. It's awful. It's worse than anything you have ever used. And there's a debate. There's a couple of people putting their votes in for their worst blaster. But I promise you, there is nothing worse than the Slingshot. There is nothing worse. Don't buy one. Just
okay.
No matter how good of a deal you think it is. Well, the stickers are pretty cool. If you can find the stickers for it, they're very cool. They're very 90s.
Okay.
So if you can find the stickers, definitely get it, but don't buy it on your own accord. It's not worth it. Best blaster would have to be. I'm a huge fan of the Strafe, honestly, but only when it's modified.
That's actually what Coop said too.
Yeah, but Coop has the whole flywheel master race.
Yeah, Strife master race.
I don't agree with that because I love the Stampede as well. It has a lot of potential, and it's really one of the only stock blasters that isn't an air tank that can get like 90 FPS if you make a breach for. I know long shots can do it.
Yeah.
Retaliators if you put the amount of time and effort into them. But the Stampede, like the only problem is lining everything up really well.
It's a pain.
Tried doing it myself.
In the ass.
Off by a millimeter, and it ruined the entire cycle. And it was the time when I was like, okay, I've done this for like a week of just trying to sand everything down and get everything lined up. I was like, okay, I'm ready to super glue this brass in. Glued it in, millimeter off, would just bash in before the catch was released. So pissed off.
Just done.
Yeah. So the Stampede is fun. It's not very not practical, but it's not efficient. The way it works is not very efficient.
No, it's not.
It's very good if you mod it correctly. It's one of the only ones that does like full auto 90 FPS, besides flywheels, but you can actually use the Stampede for NIC stuff, so that's kind of cool.
And I'm a strong believer in intimidation. I think the intimidation factor plays a large part in being successful in Nerf.
Oh, yeah.
And this sounds really weird, like talking about this seriously because we're playing with kids' toys, but like nothing really sounds like an overvolted Stampede.
The wheel bang is amazing.
It's just it's so ridiculous, and like people just run.
I've never understood the whole like, oh, I hate flywheels. I want to be quiet with them. It's like, do you know how many people in HBZ try to be quiet and then die? Like you have all these guys like crawling through bushes and you're like, oh, I gotta be quiet. And my friend and I, this is a true story. We were surrounded by zombies, just trying to get to a safe zone. I pulled out my Strife. He pulled out the one that I had made and gave to him for the HVZ game. And we just started revving the crap out of it. So it was like, where? Then my they just parted and we ran through it. Nothing else can do that besides the sound of just over-amped, over-volted flywheels. There's nothing better. So every time someone's like, I don't like the Stampede or the Rapid Strike because it's not quite, I'm like, you have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
Stop it. Like, there's a select breed of people, mostly sock ninjas, who can get away with good sock ninjas, not the bad
Yeah.
ones, who can get away with being quiet. But everyone else just rev your stuff, just rev it and be loud, and
Yeah.
it works. Like,
Intimidation is seriously a thing.
even I know the secret, and I hear something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk in this direction.
Yep.
So yeah, I love the Strife, but you have to mod them properly for me.
Yes.
That means like 180s, Rhinos, just really good motors and a solid lipo pack. IMR's all right, but lipo packs make the most blissful music when it comes to flywheels. It's so glorious. I love it. So flywheel master race, nah. Lipo master race. That's what I'm talking about. Hashtag lipo master race.
And how much, like, so let's say you put in like 180s, lipo, rewiring. How much does that all run you?
Depends on if you already bought the lipo setup, because the one I have, the charger was 45 plus like $10 shipping.
Mm-hmm.
The lipo itself was like $8. They're
Oh wow.
lipos are stupid cheap. Actually, I think it might have been 6, but you can get smaller ones for like $4 that fit. I've seen a lipo that fits underneath the jam door of the Strife. Like, what? Like, are you serious? Like,
That
it's
is
amazing.
tiny.
So you have that, but like a pack that fits in there is like $4 or $5, depending on the C rating and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you've already bought the charger, wire, 16 gauge wire, XT60 connector. Let's see here. So for battery, that's like $4. Connector is $1 for the pair. Wire is like 67 cents a foot minus shipping, or a meter. Sorry, for 3 feet, it's 67 cents. So we'll go with like $2 or $3 for wire. So you're looking at under a $20 build without the cost of the Strife. And
Yeah.
motors depends on what you get. So maybe like $20-$30 depending on what you do to it. So it's really not that big of an expense if you've already bought the materials for it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear crap about it. You upgrade to a lipo. Just do it.
I've honestly, like, I've got ultra fires from like freshman year that
Now,
are
if
just
you have
sitting
ultra
around.
fires or IMRs and you don't see yourself playing with Nerf enough to go lipo, like, I totally get it. Like, I'm not gonna. I know there's some people out there who are like, "Oh, you've never done a rewire, buy a lipo." I'm like, that makes no sense. Like,
No.
why would you do that? But if you're gonna be using your stuff enough, like, I don't even use my stuff that much, but just because the performance is so great,
Yeah.
I have lipos in the drawer like that I hardly touch, but it's just so useful to me. So if you have trust fires already, that's cool. If you want to upgrade, that's cool. Go to IMRs. They're only a little bit more. But if you want to make the long-term investment because you know you're going to be in the hobby for a while, just go to lipo.
Yeah.
There you go. So
And
I'm
I'm
cool with
thinking
it.
about doing that.
I'm cool with it. Other people not so much. So whatever.
Yeah, there are a bunch of people who are like,
kind of
ultra fire, they're terrible.
I understand the reason for trust fires.
They're like stepping stones.
Yeah, it's stepping stones. I'm not gonna bash you if you're like trust fires because I only play HVZ once a year. That makes sense. Like, that's cool. Okay, if you do it like every weekend, just buy the freaking lipo. Just do it. Like, come on.
Just do it.
Flywheel master race if you do it right. Lipo master race all the time.
Okay. All right. So we've got some new lines that are popping up now. What are your thoughts on the rival line?
It was off to a good start until all the Apollo problems started happening.
What were those?
I don't know if you saw Rob, the guy who runs Thunderdome. He did a "Can we break it" video with the Apollo, and he shot it like 1,000 times. And he had these jams. He had these jams that took him like 6 minutes to fix.
Oh my god.
Unacceptable because it doesn't have a jam door. Apparently Nerf is going to put a jam door into it, but you have to like stick a stick down the barrel and like bash the ball out, and there's a 50% chance that it's going to break. So it's like rival line was really cool when it works, and if it doesn't, then I love the Zeus. The Zeus is a lot of fun, especially now that I have not to product placement or anything like that, but the custom 3D Nerf stuff has just made it so much better to use. I swear I'm not being paid to say this.
No, yeah, you're not.
This is my
I can vouch. I can vouch.
genuine opinion on it. It's so much better to use with the stuff in it, and you can make it full auto. I know Taruk has like a Stampede gearbox hopper system on his.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? And his is doing like I think it shoots like 14 rounds in 0.2 seconds or something like that.
Unreal.
Like, like
That's
okay, like
ridiculous.
if you want to be like overkill McGee, like okay, that's awesome. You can do that. It's like getting on the very edge of paintball right now. But,
His burst fire is an entire clip.
oh yeah, there's no practical reason to run a Zeus in full auto unless you have a huge hopper on it. But the Zeus is a lot of fun. 3S lipo. I have mine all customed out. Sneak peek to a preview or to a video, guys. You're watching. So carved this out right here. 3S lipo. Fan for electric braking. All the custom 3D stuff. I love this thing, even though it's full auto. I'm going to be making a single fire one of these, but they're great. I love them. And people are working on pump grip systems for the Apollo, which is going to be cool.
I've seen one of those already, yeah.
Nerf is going to probably make a pump grip one by themselves, which will be super cool.
I hope so.
Oh, man, like I'm really excited to see where this goes, but I know Nerf can mess it up. That's the thing. Nerf can do some really stupid things with it, just like they've done with some of their other lines.
Yeah.
Zombie Strike. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes because the balls, we haven't found a real good source for them yet, at least a good quality.
I know that
when we do,
are third-party ones.
When we find a good source for balls, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing! I'm so excited for it. And I know a couple of the burn guys are permanently switching over to Rival just because of how effective it is.
It's accurate. Like I'm incredibly impressed with the just out of box accuracy. I shot the same kid in the face like twice. Not even meaning to. Like I was aiming center mass and it just went right up.
Hopped up. Yeah. I talked to BFU today and he said there are guys switching over to the Apollo line permanently because in the games they played, they just pop around the corner, pow, hit a guy, pow, hit a guy, pow, hit a guy. And it's like you can't compete with like a group of 5 guys with rival stuff.
You can't.
Really hard.
Hold you down. It's ridiculous.
I'm impressed by Nerf with this. It's kind of one of those big milestone things that they've done, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Like I'm genuinely excited to see what's up. So more stuff now. I want it now.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that Nerf has been doing this for a while now, where it's like they release 1 or 2 blasters from a new line and then just wait.
Yeah. Oh, and then the Doominator comes out on the side. Oh, that's exciting. Like
the Doominator. Don't even get me started.
Fuck that thing. I hate it so much.
That actually brings up a really good question. Hammershot versus Strongarm, because I have my reasons.
Strongarm.
Yeah, really?
Strongarm all day. I hate the Hammershot.
All right. Here's my reason.
Why?
I don't like the Strongarm, and this is the same thing. It was evident. Rob actually from Thunderdome. Hey, put that away. Put that away. We're trying to be civil here.
Oh, shush it.
And you saw this. Rob actually did a stress test of the Doominator today. He slapped like a pair of truck balls on it.
Oh, I need to watch that.
It was great.
Knowing Rob, it's gonna be something.
At one point, he like hooks the balls onto the priming handle and like holds the balls to prime it. It's pretty great.
I'm looking forward to this now.
The thing that I don't like about the Strongarm is that it has a tendency to shit darts. Like it doesn't fire the darts.
I've never had that happen.
Are you serious? I've had like 5 or 6 different Strongarms.
Don't take the dart pegs out.
I didn't. It'll still shit darts.
I've never. Maybe it's because I'm using newish darts.
Even with new darts, like and the thing with the Doominator, and you'll see this in the video, is the darts were in good condition. Like he showed close-ups of the darts, and they were in fine condition.
The only time I've ever had this happen on the Strongarm is with the rear loading one I did, and that's when I loaded it from the front, and I didn't put my thumb behind it, so it was hitting the area before the air restrictor.
Yeah.
Gloss over it, and I guess the air restrictor will go up into the back of the dart.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's ever happened. Besides that, like it fires just fine every time.
And I have to say, like I run with a Orange Modworks kit Strongarm regularly as my yeah. Oh, I love that kit.
One of the only kits from Orange Modworks that I said has ever been worth purchasing is that kit.
Yes, I have to agree with you on that. Although as right,
People bought the 6-round thing for the Hammershot, and then the Lawbringer comes out. It's amazing. I love it. I love the irony of it. It's great.
all right, okay, so all right,
You had to
thoughts
shave
on
down stuff. Ah, great.
that. All right, that whole fucking kit. Oh my god, that was. I spent hours trying to
Everyone
get like
was
those
so
pegs out
excited
of them.
for it, and you had the people who were like, I had to grind stuff down. And other people were like, you don't have to do anything with it. We're perfectly fine out of the box.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to
so great.
Dremel down the little disc on the back of the axle of
I
the
watched your
barrel.
video.
It was so frustrating. But now that it works, it's pretty good.
I know. Who is it? Zorko. Zarko Nerf Mods has a 3D printed brass barrel kit that has 6.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
That thing looks gorgeous.
Spoilers, I have one coming in. Also, great customer support on their end. It was like,
Really?
I was like, hey, I'd like one. They're like, okay, I'm going to send it to this guy who does shipping. Hey, would you like this? Where do you live? Okay, it's this much. Send it to that guy. Here it is. Bing, bang, done. It was done in like 15 minutes.
Wow.
And the next day, they're like, we're shipping it out. I was like, okay. Like, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, that thing looks nice.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm
really nice.
I still don't like the Hammershot. It's weird that people are like, how can you not like the Hammershot? It's like,
No, I
do
like
mods for it. It's like, yeah, because it's an interesting platform.
yeah.
Like, I'm not like, I hate the thing because I hate it. It's not practical for how I play.
Just in Bobololo doesn't know how to use his thumb.
Okay, I have really dumb hands as is. I cannot play guitar worth my life because my pinky refuses to work. And then I figured out what it is. Do I have something that's not a spoiler for an upcoming project? I do not. I like having an entire grip with my hand wrapped around and having to lift up my palm. This area off of that grip really bothers me.
Okay.
So it's an uncomfortable thing because I have to turn my hand like that.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Where the Strongarm can just be like bang, 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 flop, wop, 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 bang, 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 bang. That's great. That's why I love the Strongarm.
I want to cut that clip out and just like have someone remix it because that's great.
Get some little like SNES noises there. Wop,
yeah.
wop, bang, 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 bang.
It's a lot of onomatopoeia going on over here.
I get the reason why people like Hammershots. It's just not for me. But I like playing around with them mod-wise because it's a 6-round brass chambers. Like, who doesn't want to play with that?
Exactly.
And I'll just sell it for money.
For the most part, it's a nice little modding platform.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing. It's interesting. It's a good blaster. I just hate it.
Okay. All right. That I can respect that. That is a good answer. I like that.
It's like how I think minivans are pretty awesome because they have their purpose, but everyone hates them.
Yes.
You know? But you can't deny that they are useful.
Yeah.
So I used to drive a minivan. I love that thing.
I used to drive one too, actually.
Yes.
A Toyota, like a '97 Toyota Sienna.
I had a 2002 Toyota Sienna. That thing was badass. I love that.
It didn't have a CD player. It had a tape deck. And I got like one of those.
To get the iPod thing for it.
Yeah. Like the cassette tape that slid in, and it had the aux cord going out of it.
When I got the RAV4, one of the big things that I loved about it was that I could control all my iPod stuff with my left hand. And I didn't have to have my right hand permanently down on the iPod anymore. Oh, the first one goes like, I don't have to touch you anymore. It's so great. That was a great day. But yeah, so.
Nice. All right. Thoughts on the Doomlands line? You said something about the whatever it was.
Every time you say Doomlands, I think Doominator. I say fuck it. That's why just fuck that. The Doomlands line, I haven't gotten to play with the Vagabond, so I won't comment on it because it'd just be bad of me to do so. The Lawbringer is all right. I think it's much more comfortable than the Hammershot because you have that stock, which is lovely. Everything else kind of sucks about it, especially like the swords.
Yeah.
Ugh. That perpetual play thing is just, they need to stop. I hate it so much because they have like it's the kill wrench. It's a wrench with a blade on it. Like, cool. And then you put I did it with my pinky for one of the things. It just went, and it bends in half. Nerf needs to stop with the perpetual play nonsense. But Lawbreaker's all right. I don't know what else is coming out for it. I haven't been keeping up with Nerf news lately. So.
I actually haven't. I haven't heard anything through the grapevine.
So I'm not gonna say that I'm looking forward to what's coming out. It's more of a we'll see when leaks from Baidu happen.
Okay.
When Taobao gets leaks, when Baidu gets leaks, when we get our leaks. So I can't comment. No comment.
Okay. Nice. All right. So besides Nerf, what other stuff are you into?
This is gonna sound so stupid. I don't do sports. I've never understood the appeal of sports. Like my team is the best team. That kind of stuff.
I love that when people say my team, like they own the team, and they're
right?
on the team, and it's like
wow, how much did you
team.
pay for that? Like that's amazing. I've never been into sports. Rugby is like the one thing that I do like because it's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, it is. It's nuts.
I'm not a very outdoorsy person, so the only other thing I do besides Nerf is like video games and like I like movies. I don't know a person who isn't into movies because then they're weird and I don't know. But yeah, video games is my second big thing. Like seriously, my morning routine is wake up, make coffee, throw on Fallout, drink coffee while playing Fallout for like an hour and a half, and that's what wakes me up. That's what I do every single day before I get to work on whatever I have to do over here. I don't know. It wakes me up. I'm like, should I kill this guy? It's coffee. Okay, don't kill him. We're gonna just gonna go. So yeah, I do that. I built my own PC this January, which has been really fun. I finally did it after wanting to do it since junior year of high school, which is long time. Like I'm not even going to try and count how many years that is because then I'll get really depressed. So I finally did that, got my Steam library. I play with some people, a few Nerfers, have fun. It's really the thing I love to do outside of Nerf is just sit here, WASD it, and lose myself for a little while, especially when paint drying. It's a great way to pass the time with paint drying. So yeah, that's what I was doing before this. Before we did this, was I hopped on Fallout New Vegas and painted some stuff over here, which I won't talk about, but Jay knows.
Yep.
Jay, I want to call you Jay, but your name is
you can call me whatever you want.
So I'm gonna call you Dingle. Your name's Dingle now.
All right.
So yeah, gaming's the big thing I do. Fallout 4 is coming, which I'm super excited about. Yeah, I get super amped for stuff that I like. Having a big shelf of shit over there for I also used to collect games as well. I need to get back into the collection of bad games. I have factory sealed ET for Atari 2600.
Oh my god.
And I have this is the best one, a factory sealed Shaq Fu with the rap CD. Right? How many people can say that?
What?
Right?
Oh my god.
So those are like two of my prize possession. I need to find like I want to get some of the, what are they called, like Swedish erotica games, like the Colonel Custer and Beat 'em and Eat 'em. I want to get with the leather book that has a lock on it because porn games or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to find a couple of those that aren't expensive, and then I was trying to get a Neo Geo console, but those things are really expensive, and the games are like $250 for opened and abused. So yeah, big game collector. Well, I used to be just a video game enthusiast kind of person. So people want a game, I'm down to beat ass and do whatever and maybe suck a little bit. But so yeah, Nerf is the big thing. Video games is right behind it. It's very head to head.
So top 3 games, and you said movies as well. So top 3 movies as well. Yeah, sorry, gonna make you have to narrow it down.
Oh shit. Top 3 movies. I have never actually put a list, but I love Wayne's World. Wayne's World is one of my favorite movies ever.
Good choice.
I love The Room with Tommy Wiseau.
Oh my god!
I fucking love The Room. I have it on Blu-ray.
Have you seen The Room drinking game?
Yeah, it sounds awful. If you want to have a
And
really fun drinking game, look up the My Immortal drinking game. You'll
oh my god, I
we
love that fan
we
fiction.
we for my 21st birthday, it was
I
the
can't,
first drinking
I
game I ever
can't.
played. We did the first 4 chapters of My Immortal, taking sips, mind you, just like
Yeah, yeah.
that's a sip, 5 to 6 cans of beer in 11 minutes. That's the My
Oh
Immortal
my
drinking. It is
god.
savage. It is amazing. I haven't played the Room one, but I'll have to try it. So Room is up there. I love terrible movies.
Yeah.
Third one,
Have you seen Tokyo Gore Police or heard of Tokyo Gore Police?
I couldn't get through the first 15 minutes. I was like, this is too
Oh,
fucking stupid. Um,
that's what made it great. It was so stupid.
I don't want to say it's my favorite, but one of my childhood favorites is My Neighbor Totoro. I
Oh,
fucking love
a
that movie.
Miyazaki fan.
I am a
Uh-oh.
huge Miyazaki fan. I'm a huge Studio Ghibli fan. So I actually have a little My Neighbor Totoro
That's awesome.
necklace over here that I bought the girlfriend. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it. It's not like one of my favorite movies, but it's very enjoyable, and I fucking love Totoro. He's so
For
adorable.
me, it was Kiki's Delivery Service. That was my
That is
first
a good one.
Studio Ghibli
I like
film.
that movie a lot. So I'm actually thinking about getting a tattoo of Totoro on my calf.
Not
Because not only is it awesome that he's the spirit of the forest, but if you want to believe in the fan theory of he is the god of
of
death,
death. Yeah.
oh, it just makes it cooler. It's like,
It's
oh, it's a
so
big
cool.
fat furry.
So cool.
And I know Miyazaki said like he doesn't believe in any of that stuff. He was like, it's just a big furry animal that eats acorns. Like he's a real thing. I'm like, that's adorable too. So I'm gonna say My Neighbor Totoro just for sake of time because
Okay.
Orgasmo. I love Orgasmo as well. If no one knows what that is, it's Trey Parker playing a Mormon who gets thrown into a pornography film, a
Oh my
porno,
god.
and it's it's so fucking stupid. I love it. So Orgasmo and My Neighbor Totoro are up there for third
Okay.
place right now. So
It's a weird combination.
oh, it's a great. It has so many stupid quotes that you can say. Just go watch it. I'm gonna send you.
I'll
I'll send
absolutely
you.
do it.
I'll
Yeah, send
remind
me a
you.
link. Send me a link.
It's so fucking dumb. I love it.
All right. So moving on, I actually forgot to ask Coop this question, I think. But have you ever run into a subscriber in real life?
I have indeed. Two of them so far is the count. The first one, which was this is outside of wars because that doesn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That
Okay,
doesn't
good.
count.
The first one was at a farmer's market that we have here in Atlanta, which was, and the thing is, he was like 100 miles away from his home, which was like what the.
That's
So he
so
was there with his
strange.
mom, and apparently he was like, "Are you Bobololo?" I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Oh, I like your channel." His mom's like, "Oh, he watches your channel and he's so into it." But he's not a nerfer. He does magic, and so he was like, oh, "You want to see a magic trick?" Magic blows my mind. I suck at it, so I have so much respect for good magicians. I actually learned a trick the other day that was just like, now I can make money off of this or some stupid shit. But he did this trick. I'm probably gonna butcher explain it, but he took deck of cards, shuffled it up, showed me it was all shuffled,
He
whatever.
just had a deck of cards with him?
Yeah, he does
Oh,
magic tricks, like that's his thing. So he
okay.
carries around a deck of cards like a real magician or something.
That's cool.
So yeah, he shuffled it up and all that stuff. Picked a card. I knew my card. Showed my girlfriend. I was like doing the oh, he can't see it. Cover it with both of your hands. All that stupid stuff. So he put it back in the deck, shuffled it up or something. He took what was it? He put half the stack on a table.
Mm.
And he like showed me what he did was he took half the stack, showed through it, and said, "Is your card in this one?" I said no. He put it on the table. "Is your card in this one?" Yes. Put it in his pocket. Tapped the thing on the table, and it was on the top.
Oh,
Like,
what?
oh my god, it blew my mind. It went bright red. It was laughing my ass off, and
That's
it
so
made me
cool.
realize this is the big revelation I had was I totally understand witch burning now. Like back in the old days, someone showed you that, you had no idea how it worked. You're like, just kill them. I want nothing to do with this. Oh my, horrible! And you
It
just,
would have been burned at the stake.
like, it's just like, I get it now. It makes so much sense because you're like, oh, that's a stupid idea, but it's like, oh man, if some guy walked into my court and was like, "Is this your card?" I'd be like, "Oh, fuck him, get him out of here, and just pour oil out. I don't know. So that was the first kid. That was a weird, surreal experience because I never expected it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one was that this year's Dragon Con. I was sitting down outside the vending room waiting for my girlfriend to go to the bathroom or whatever, and this little kid, this shy little kid, walked up and he said, I watch you on YouTube. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, I was like, this is great. This is a really timid kid. I was like, what are you doing? Is this your first Dragon Con? He's like, yeah. It's like, where'd you come from? South Carolina. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, oh, you should come to more. He's like, yeah, okay, bye. And he walks 5 feet to the bench that he was originally at. I'm just sitting there going, like, we can talk. Like, come on. But yeah, my girlfriend came back and she's like, I think I scared him off or something like that. So we left. But that was the second one, it was weird. I wish we talked more, but I mean, whatever. That's cool. So 2 people so far. Every time I go to Target and I see a kid in the aisle, I'm like, please say you know who I am. Here's hoping for that. It's a very surreal experience the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Super surreal because you never expect it. You're just like, oh, people watch me on YouTube. They're probably somewhere off in Australia.
Exactly.
Like
it's
California.
Like because you have like everyone's got a username. It's not actually them. Like there's a divide there. So when it's actually you meeting someone in real life, it's like, wow, you're a real person.
Yeah,
like people actually sit down and watch my video.
And I'm wondering, like, apparently the first kid saw me like across the way while we were eating food at the farmer's market and didn't want to disturb me. As in, like, just ran into me the second time. It's so weird. I hope everyone gets to experience something like that because it blows your mind the first time. Maybe I'm just not as professional, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just not.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but just woo. It's very weird.
All right. So, and I'm like speaking of the whole internet thing, and that being a thing.
Is it the NIC question that I'm
looking at? It is the NIC question. What are your thoughts on the NIC? For those of you who are not aware of what NIC stands for, it stands for Nerf Internet Community, which, if you're watching this, you're probably already a part of.
It also represents a war type that people hold. You have your super stock, you have your HVZ, and then you have NIC wars, which is like the homemades and the Steffens and the Jello putting on the zippity soup and the what do I think of the NIC? The NIC is a very weird place. It's very weird because like 90% of the time I love it, and then something petty comes up. And it's just like, guys, shut up. Just please shut up about this and go back to doing what we were doing. I love the wars. I actually prefer them to super stock because it's faster paced. You don't have to worry about magazines. Oh, I hate magazine reloading. It's so awful.
Oh, like picking up after rounds.
Oh, no. With Steffens, I don't mind that because I have a magnetic thing, so we can.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah, so they're like $13, $20 at Home Depot. I have a terrible bag, so it's just like pick, put them in. Reloading before every round of a super stock thing, just I hate it so much. It kills so much of your time. Yeah. So the NIC I love. I don't think we have. Maybe I'm just not as observant, but I don't think we have as much creativity as we did back then. Maybe that's because there's less to do now because things are flywheel.
Yeah.
But yeah, the NIC, I have this weird love-hate relationship with it because it's a great place when it wants to be a great place, and then the other time it's just this cesspool of bickering and just like self-loathing, and I don't know. So when it's good, I love it. It's a very creative community for the most part. And when someone comes up with something new, it's always like the bah, 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 and you can talk about it forever.
Mm-hmm.
Speculation is always fun. I enjoy the speculation. Not so much the Nerf news leaks when we get like one picture and then everyone blows their mind about what it could be and it fills up YouTube with garbage. Thumbnail wise,
wasn't already full.
Thumbnail wise, because then it's weird because you'll have like Nerf news of the blaster, and then you'll have like actual reviews that look like the thumbnail that was used for the Nerf news, and it's very confusing. That's why I don't do it. That's fun insider tip as to why I don't do Nerf news is because it clutters up things. I don't like it. So yeah, speculation is fun. New things are fun. It's always cool to like Dwayne, that guy from Australia. Dwayne has some of the coolest paint jobs right now. I love that guy's work. I just want to send all my stuff over there and just throw money at him to do stuff for me. The Australians are now fiddling around with the HPA, which is a weird, touchy subject, which is
Yeah, it is.
self-loathing kind of bickering nonsense stuff. I don't know. It's great. Just in a nutshell, it's great when it wants to be, and then other times
Yeah.
it's like, just shut the fuck up. So it depends on the day.
Yeah.
It depends on the day.
I like how everyone
My
kind of
favorite
like.
part, I totally missed the question. The favorite part is, I don't know. I like seeing how creative everyone is.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part. Is paint jobs are always cool to look at. Airbrushing, when you have like someone who's really good at airbrushing, like Make It Go's friend who did his like flame work on his stuff. Ooh, that
Yeah.
looked really good. Not hydro dip stuff, airbrush.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just favorite part, creativity, because then I get to be creative too, and then I steal other people's ideas and use it for my stuff. It's all about copying. This entire hobby is
Yeah, it
all
is.
about
It is.
copying.
It's like you see something cool and you're like, I wonder if I can recreate
Yeah,
that or
exactly.
do something better.
I can't imagine paint jobs very well, so I scroll through like
Yeah.
Google and look at other paint jobs, like the Hammershot I did, totally based off of someone else's paint job.
Which
So
is really nice looking. I was going to say this earlier, but that hammer shot, oh my God.
totally based off of someone else's like mock-up of how it was done. I just
Yeah.
switched like one color on it. But it is all about copying, so can't blame me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as creative as some people think. No,
But I sort of disagree with that because I mean you have a very unique style of video and a unique way of doing things, and I
jump
really like
cuts
that.
everywhere.
Well, no, actually, that's actually interesting that you should say that because that is a style, and as a journalism major, I know this that jump cuts are frowned upon. Like you
Yeah,
don't do fucking jump cuts
that's the
ever.
thing though.
But
Like
that's
that.
something that's unique to YouTube.
Who's
Is
that Phil guy? Who's that Phil guy? Phil DeFranco? Always
oh
hated
yeah,
his jump cuts. I hate that style of jump cuts. The only reason I do mine is because sometimes my brain goes faster than my mouth, or my mouth goes faster than my brain.
yep,
So it's like this magazine. I'll be pointing to like the barrel because I'm going to talk about the magazine next. So I
yeah,
have to jump cut that, or I start rambling. What was it? The blaster parts tack vest video. I cut like 6 minutes out of that video because it was just rambling,
wowza,
just like off topic, back on topic, off topic, back on topic,
yeah,
rambling. The intro was originally like a minute, cut it down to 15 seconds because it was rambling. So I ramble a lot. I lose my wording. Even with a script, I can't. Even with a script, I suck. So yeah, my style of videos, because I really suck at talking to a camera. That's my style. It's terrible. I hate it. I wish I could at least get like 2 minutes of just smooth. Like that's one thing I like about Drag is he can talk and he's
yeah.
always on subject and unboxes it once. Maybe he does it multiple times. I have no idea, but he unboxes it once. It's pretty fluid throughout. Than it is. I'm like, why can't I do that? Like, why is it so hard for me? I hate it. I wouldn't call it a style. I'd call it me fucking up a bunch.
But I'd say I tend to disagree with that because you do have a pretty distinct style in how you go about your videos and the kind of just the air that you bring to it, and you have a pretty laid back. I have to say I'm not trying to
Stroke the ego.
stroke the ego or anything, but
Stroke the ego. I like it.
You're absolutely one of my favorite YouTubers because
thank you.
of the way that you do your videos and the humor that you bring to it.
I think if you take Nerf too seriously, you're doing it wrong. Like,
And I think Coop actually said something similar to that last week, and he kind of came to that realization because he was always the one that was very analytical, very this is this,
and
this is that,
the thing that I liked about that was like if you wanted a very on point review of
Yeah, if
something, it
you
was like
wanted
go to Coop.
straight
Like
information.
if you want all the information you could ever want about a blaster in 6 minutes,
Yeah.
Coop is the guy to go to.
Yes.
If you want to hear like I don't know someone else talk and kind of get off subject, like I guess go to me if you want to. I don't know. If you want to see like I kind of like the first person view of stuff that Drek does. I
Yeah.
think it kind of adds like a weird thing to it. I don't know what it is, but it's just this weird
It's a
kind
thing.
of.
It's a
It's
thing.
a thing. Like it's like, oh my god, I'm there opening a box. I don't know what it is, but it's just weird kind of. I guess it's guess because no one else does it. Like
Yeah.
unboxing. I don't. But you have people who put the top down camera to like undo a box, but it's like strapped to his head, so it's moving
Yeah,
around with
it's
him.
like
I don't.
it's like a ski mask or something.
Yeah, it's
Like
an
a
action
snowboarding goggles.
camera.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Action cam.
that's a weird. I don't know. There's just something about it it makes it its own. But yeah, Coop's kind of gone on to like the whole add a bit more humor. Sometimes it's a bit too immature for my liking. That's
Yeah.
just for me. But yeah, I mean everyone has their own way of doing it. It depends on what you want out of it.
Hmm.
And you have a bunch of people to choose from for how it goes. So that's nice. There's variety. But if you take yourself
Yeah.
too seriously with Nerf, you're missing the entire point of adults playing with plastic toys and giggling our butts off because we shot someone in the balls. And happened to me the last SENC. I got a fire tech arrow right to the balls from
Oh my
20 feet.
god.
Hurt like hell, but it was hilarious. So yeah, it's if you take it too seriously, I think you're missing the entire point.
I actually, oddly enough, I don't think I've ever gotten hit in the balls, but I got shot in the tooth once. It was my left
Oh,
front tooth. I was like in the middle of laughing and like someone shot me with an elite dart and
oh,
it
I was
bounced
gonna say, was
right
it
off my tooth.
happen? We've
No. Oh god.
I was about to say, did it shatter? Because
Nope.
I think
Still got
that's
all my
happened
teeth.
before. I think I've seen a picture of someone who got shot with a step and it just blew an entire tooth out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, not fun. That's why I'm always so scared to have my mouth open during rounds. When you're a certain feet away, I'm like, okay, and I wear paintball mask now because my eyeglasses always fall down, so that's
Yeah.
nice. I don't have to worry about if my mouth is open or not. Great. Not that lip skin will protect you from much, but whatever.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah. Does the job.
It does the
So,
job.
on the topic of YouTube channels, what advice, and I didn't ask Coop this, and I actually just thought of this question, but what advice would you give people who are either starting out in the hobby or starting out in the YouTube community?
The YouTube land. There's a few basic things that I think really help a channel. Not that this is on the list of things, but don't be stiff and very robotic and lifeless. You want to be yourself. I know
Mhm.
some people make an entire career off of being a character, but
Yeah.
gun versus gun. Be
That
yourself. I
channel
think that.
exists?
Oh god, they have like 1 million subscribers.
Good
Makes me
God.
mad. Yeah, right. It's basic After Effects with Nerf
Ugh.
gun, whatever. But if just be yourself. I think that's the first thing. You'll figure out how to set things up as you go.
Mhm.
Let's see here. A lot of people don't do this, but use keywords. The little keywords section of your videos is very, very important because that's what links you up to other videos that are somewhat similar.
Oh, the tags, yeah.
Tags, keywords, tags. I don't know what YouTube calls them now. So if you have, I guess a video on the Doominator, don't put like Maverick in the keywords because that's not what the video is about. So repetition with keywords is also important
Yeah.
because so it'd be like Nerf Doominator, Nerf Doominator review, Doominator review, Doominator unboxing, Nerf unboxing, Nerf review. It's just try and think of like how a kid would input stuff. I know I've seen some people's keywords where they do misspellings of words that are wonky, like modulus.
Yeah.
Instead of having modulus, it's mod ILUS.
Yeah.
LULUS, ELUS, just in case someone messes up. So keywords are big. Use them. Title your videos appropriately. So mine is review colon Nerf. Always put the company name. Very important. Nerf, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And on the little extra tag stuff at the end, like ECS, whatever, unboxing, review, whatever. It's very important to get your keywords down. The second thing is, if you're going to do a review, make sure it's something new. If you want to get the views, try to be the first one to do the review.
Yeah.
This can become a very expensive thing to do.
Yes. Yes, it can
Colossal
be.
Blitz being still haven't made up my money for the Colossal Blitz. But I like it, so I'm okay with that. I like it. But yeah, if you're gonna try and do a review to get the subscribers, I see like kids who've done like a video yesterday on the Maverick. It's like you are so many years behind.
You're so behind the curve. The curve is
exactly
passing you again.
I think I saw one for a Retaliator, which I was like, okay. And then of course, I don't know. So if you're gonna do reviews, try and be up to date, or at least do something that's somewhat current. And to go along with reviews, don't do vertical video.
Yes.
Dear
oh my
God.
Look, I have an iPhone. I have an iPhone right now. If you're holding it like this, recording, you're wrong. Insane. You're wrong.
So I will say it's nice that Android, I don't know, maybe it's just the YouTube app in general, has made it so when you see a vertical video, it goes full screen when you have your phone vertical.
Oh, okay.
And if you do it
smart.
like this, it has the bars, but if you want full screen, it goes like that. So that's nice, but vertical video will get you nowhere in life, and you should be ashamed that you were using it, unless it's an emergency situation like, oh, car wreck, let me whip out my phone.
Yeah.
No one wants to have to do this, so I totally understand vertical video for that. But do reviews. You want there to be enough space so you can hold things up and show everything. You don't want it to be cut right here on you. Speaks out nicely. Another very important thing is lighting. I had an entire hatred for my I still have a hatred for my old videos because they're so dim, because my old camera had a very, very small sensor. Even with my new camera, which can get away with no lighting, I still use my floodlights. They're like 30 watt, 30 LED, whatever, fill lights. So that's important. So make sure it's nice and well lit so we don't have shadows everywhere. We can see what you're talking about. And then the last thing, editing. Dear God, please edit. I don't like seeing you open a blaster for 5 minutes. That's boring.
No one needs
Makes
to see
me lose
that.
interest. And get rid of your as best as possible. I'm not the person to be talking to you about and ahs and
neither am
filler. So do as I say, not as I do, which is how you should do a lot of things when it comes to me. Yeah. So good editing, keywords, good subject matter. I don't care about your death dart because that's just stupid and I want to smack you for it. Good editing, good lighting, good subject matter, and keywords. Those are 4 big things. Oh, and thumbnails are very important. Just take a picture. Take a picture with your phone, just of whatever it is, and YouTube has a whole little thing where you can put your thumbnail up. It has to be under 2 megabytes. Apparently, they changed their algorithm for automatic thumbnails, so that's excellent. But yeah.
Yeah, because the thumbnails for that were always crap.
Yeah, it was every third of the videos when I would take it. So just take a quick little snap with your phone, make it less than 2 megabytes and upload it, and that will drive in more traffic than any of the other stuff will. Do you have your subject matter very well framed? That's why I tried, like, the best one I think I've ever taken was the 3D parts for the Zeus, where everything was kind of nicely laid out. That will drive people in, not a picture of you mid-frame doing this, or like the floor, or you setting up your phone. Oh, don't do that in the beginning. Don't be setting up your phone as you do it. Have your phone set up. I'm thinking of all these new things that I see, like new YouTube channels. It's like, oh, that's also awful. Don't do that. Don't have your dog barking in the background. Don't be doing it in the middle of the night with your parents asleep in the next room with you whispering. Don't have your phone pointing at the carpet for half of the video. That clacking noise, that like in the old days when you had the lens cap on your camera, and you
Yeah.
would dangle it and it would smack them in the sides. That weird smacking. I can't do it, but it's that weird smacking,
I know
rumbly,
exactly what you're
crumbly
talking
noise.
about, though.
Drives me insane. I hate that noise so much. Don't do it. Oh, I can't stress how much I hate that noise. Ugh. So yeah, I could go on for a long time about this subject, but be up to date. If you have a cool mod, make sure it's nicely framed because we want to see you. Don't move the camera around the mod. Move the mod around the camera. You know, you have one area, not me moving my camera and going, "Hey guys, this is fuck cool. Look at the cool. Hold on. Okay, this is the don't do that, please don't do that. There you go. I could keep going with this.
Well, thank you, Bobololo, very much. This has been a very entertaining interview, and I hope everyone who watches this.
Jay.
Did I? Did I?
Yeah. Favorite video?
Oh, geez. Look at that. What's your favorite video?
Tell me. I've been wanting to talk about this because I had so much fun making
my bad. And I was going to end it. Sorry.
Favorite videos? John Cena. I was responsible for editing that. You can thank
the Drac video.
The Drac video, because we laughed our asses off about it at SCNC, and he was like, Bubba, you have to do it. I was like, okay, fine. I did it that night. Oh man, I love that. Any chance I can troll Drac viewers is a great opportunity for me. So John Cena video, the American Stampede video, and then we talked about this before, the PKP video that I did,
which I just watched.
Oh my god, that was. I've had people ask me, one, how I made it shoot so fast. By the way, it was going faster than the speed of light, if I'm not mistaken. I've had 2 offers for people to buy it. I'm like, why? Just that was a lot of fun to do, and I'm surprised I made it through without laughing as much as I thought I would. So, yay me. The American Stampede video is obviously, I would consider, a classic. Not to be the toot my own horn, but very classic American Stampede.
It's which stood the test of time.
Yeah. It's funny because you know, after the Confederate flag stuff happened here, you had like a new influx of people come in. They're like, "You're racist!" You know? Some of the tags are like rebel flag, Confederate flag, racism, like all that, you know, trying to get people into it. So I get what was it? You're racist and you love slavery is the best comment I've ever gotten. So yeah, I love all 3 of those videos. The John Cena one, we had to get onto the whole surprise Cena whatever thing. So that was, and so many people were expecting to see his face. I put the extra length of black video on the end, not only to increase the time duration for when the thumbnail came up so it looked more legit, but then you have the added effect of people waiting till the end to see his face, which is just great. It's like I love it. So that was a lot of fun.
All right, so final question.
Yes.
For real this time.
Okay.
Top 3 YouTube videos right now.
Oh geez, hold on. I'm gonna go get my playlist and figure this out.
You were ready for this.
I watch a lot of YouTube, man.
I do too. It's mostly, as of late, it's been a lot of Achievement Hunter.
In college, I watched at least 4 hours of YouTube a day. And it's probably still along that lines. I don't
even want to think about how much
my sub box is never full enough. Okay, just going off of things that I have in my liked playlist, which is I don't like a lot of things, but just based off of the like list because that's what I have for right now. I love Rich Evans' Star Wars: The Force Awakens trailer reaction. Rich Evans of Red Letter Media, which is a like a movie review kind of. They also have something where they take a wheel that has terrible VHS movies on it, but they've never seen them, and they spin it around and they watch 3 of them. Oh my god, it's amazing!
That's like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I guess it's called Wheel of the Word. It's
called. Do they like comment during the video?
They have a set. They watch it and they record themselves watching it, and they'll have different sections when stuff comes up, and then they have like a 30-minute discussion about the
Oh.
movies, and then they try and pick which is the best of the worst out of
That's
and then
awesome.
they like burn the worst of the worst. There's a lot of weird stuff on it. It's one of the series that I really look forward to on YouTube. So I highly suggest you go check it out and give it a chance. I almost cried to Goodbye Ghibli. That was the sad one. I love Death by Nature's Bobololo tribute. He's part of Make Test Battle before Make Test Battle was around.
I think I've seen that.
Um,
I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Another favorite is Pickle Surprise. That's a classic YouTube video. And then, oh man, I have no idea. I like Pugs and Donuts by Drew Toothpaste. That's a good one. Oh my god. TC Rapper, I Live in the Hood. Look it up. It's so bad. I don't know. Something Stupid. I'm gonna go with Something Stupid. I'm a big Skyrim fan, so Something Stupid is pretty darn good in my book. Also, Demented Children in Old Advertisements is a good one. So yeah, I have to look around some more, but those are the ones that I have just on the list. Yeah. That's a hard question. You can't throw that at me. It's terrible.
Isn't that a hard question?
Oh, you can't do that. Oh, Regular Ordinary Swedish Mealtime. Love that channel. Oh, great channel. It's like Epic Mealtime, but it's like Epic Mealtime, but so much better because it involves Swedes. And they make regular dishes. Like, here's how you make a Swedish dish. But battle axes and throwing things and lots of
that's awesome.
Oh, it's great. Go watch it. I love that channel. So yeah. Techmoan, that's always a good channel. I can name channels that I like, but
yeah,
dude, you're a bastard. That's like so yeah, there we go. I'll stop there with the YouTube. I could go on for YouTube forever.
Yeah, same pretty much.
Yeah, Pickle Surprise, Something Stupid, and then Rich Evans Star Wars reaction. That one had me laughing my ass off for a good 20 minutes.
All right.
Yep.
So I think that is it now. Are we done? Is that all the questions?
Are there any in the thing, the YouTube video area?
I don't know actually.
All right, let me do a quick check here.
Take a quick gander at the thing.
Oh, there we go. Who's gonna be up at 11? Rhinos, Justin. Yeah, Justin. Went live at 11:05 time, not video. Yay. Okay, well, there we go.
All right, so then I think that's it.
Cool.
Well, everyone, thank you for watching. This will be available immediately as soon as we stop broadcasting. So
YouTube does a thing, and it
YouTube does a thing.
And
yeah, it's
great.
Unicorns and rainbows and zeros and ones
and algorithms and internet.
It's just magic. So thank you all for watching. Bobololo, thank you very much. I'll see you all next week with another Nerf modder. Thank you very much for watching.